Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 20th to the 26th of May. So we are going to dive straight into it. All right, let's see if my lovely Pisces, did you see how that jumped out? Right, no place like home and a leg up. This is very interesting because it does look like a little bit of needing to take a step back, a time to reflect. The no place like home is very like a Virgo energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo, but it can also represent you needing to be a little bit like a Virgo this week and spend some time in isolation to really reflect on something. The no place like home is almost like my card for kind of actually coming away from something that's a bit comic, whatever that is to you. Is something that's here to teach you a lesson. Is something that is I'll show you, right? Let me pick up the right card here. That thing in the background is exactly what's on the back, and there is a card in this deck with that on it, and it says round and round. It's about being stuck in the same feeling, the same cycle, the same lesson. You've not quite learned a lesson about something here, but spending some time in your own energy, withdrawing from the situation might actually be the lesson that you needed to learn about something, whether it's a person, whether it's about a situation, a friendship, whatever it is to you. It's something that made you feel stuck, trapped, or like it was the same conclusion no matter what it is that you tried. So you have to come out of it to understand it from a different perspective, okay? Spending some time in your own energy, spending some time at home, maybe that's what it's about. This is like protecting yourself from the darkness, whatever that darkness is to you. Protecting your energy, giving back to yourself. I always see this golden light to do with you protecting your golden energy or building that back up again. So anyway, we also have a leg up card, which is about allowing yourself to rely on others at this time, which is interesting because some of you guys might not be feeling yourself at the moment, or you have no idea what the next step is, or you're just not feeling very maybe you're just tired, you know, for some of you Pisces. Let me just throw this cushion because it's warming me up. Some of you, you know, this little polar bear is how you guys are being represented here, and you're being called again, whether this bigger polar bear represents an actual person in your life, a love interest, a partner, whether it's friends or whether it's family members, or whether it's the universe, you're being called to climb up on its back here and allow something else to do the work. All right, allow something else to lead. There is strength in vulnerability, and in fact it kind of feels like you need that. You need some time to yourself. You need to allow other people to help you out so that you can actually find some clarity in something that you're personally dealing with. Okay. There is strength in vulnerability. I feel like I have to say that. You also have your Piscean card here on the bottom of the deck too. I kind of feel like maybe you're the person who is like fixing everyone's stuff or trying to keep something together, and it's distracting you from your own self, because the breathe card says focus on your own lily pad. The more that you're worried about what other people think of you or what other people are doing, the more that you're distracting yourself from finding peace in your current situation. So this is saying that you might be feeling quite sensitive at this time, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of chaos going on. When you focus on your breath or focus on yourself, you might be able to actually kind of figure out why you're feeling a little bit panicked or whatever it is that you're feeling. But let's carry on. You're being called to, again, let someone else or let the universe take the reins. Okay, let someone else lead, let someone else help you. All right, let's carry on. You have a woman holding a coin. Could be a financial opportunity coming through, or somebody is bringing an idea to you, or this could be you, by the way. Woman holding a coin depends on how it resonates to you. But it does feel like something stable is coming in for you. Again, it could be an idea or a stream of income, new job, whatever it is. But there is definitely an opportunity coming up here. Let's get you some more, my lovely Pisces. Enlightenment. I like that. All right, this is you gaining wisdom from something or someone. Okay, sometimes I see this as like your higher self coming in front of you here. Maybe visualizing your future self might actually help you with some enlightenment. Like, I don't know why visualizing is coming up. Like, I'm sensing I don't know. Some of you, this could be a spirit guide who's coming in to help you, or again, it could be just you gaining wisdom and enlightenment from somebody else outside of yourself, okay? But you're gaining clarity here. You have complacency, so be aware of this. Make sure we're not kind of being complacent in life. I feel like there is something that's calling for your growth here. We have despondence. It's still on the bottom of the deck here, I've noticed. So you guys might be feeling a little bit down. I say a little bit. Despondence is a little bit of like, I'm not a therapist. I can't diagnose anything. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. But it does give me like the sense of like a bit of like depression, or a feeling of like feeling really lost and unhappy. Complacency as well might be, not that you're not doing anything about it. There are many... life is complex, so you know, with what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt here. But despondence kind of says like, if you're unhappy and you're wanting change, you have to create change, you know, and it can be hard, you know. There are lots of things that we know we need to do to be happy, or to get the things that we're asking for, but sometimes we just are too tired. So again, in this case, allow someone to help you, or give it to the universe here. Spend some time with yourself, focusing on yourself, because it might help you out a bit here. So complacency, just be aware of complacency. Like I said, let's give some key words for you, Pisces. Let's see. Discipline is very important for you. The affirmation for this is, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So it's about believing in yourself and having discipline this week. And envy's been coming out a lot for people. This doesn't have to be you, but it's very important for some self-awareness. Even if it is, you're not a bad person if you feel envy. The kind of affirmation for this is understanding that I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Sometimes we envy people because their life looks so much easier than ours, and maybe we're right with feeling that way. But being envious about other people's journey is kind of a waste of time and just brings bad energy to you, because, you know, why would we feel that way when we can try our best to make the most of our own life, instead of saying, oh, if I had the same background as them, then I would be just as successful too, you know, they only have that because of so and so, or whatever. Or if someone's thinking that about you, I don't know. Envy is just a waste of time, in my opinion. It's good to feel inspired. Your journey is different to everybody's. We have our own paths to walk down, and sometimes we have to allow other people to help us. Okay, it's not easy. Life is not easy, let's just be honest. Especially because it's very complex. I don't know why I feel like I have to say that in your reading. Like, life is complex. Sometimes it's straightforward, but when feelings are involved, or whatever, or other people, whatever, it's hard. Anyway, Pisces, what am I talking about in your reading? Let's carry on for you. I have Tea Leaf Tarot this week because people have been asking for it back. So these are random messages for you guys that could be important for you this week. So we have beware of greed. Okay, make sure what you're focusing on, manifesting, is success, but be careful of like it being a greed. You only want it because it makes you look good, or you only want it because of so and so. Like, greed is kind of like not really being happy with what you've got, always wanting more. So that could be a message for some of you. You do have success coming in, which I love. You do have money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall, so that feels good. We love that. Expect some more financial gain. You do have feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere, so just be aware of that, okay? Be aware of a person who might be like that. You will receive a gift. You have fair man, dealing a relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. This could be a friend. You have advice from a friend, which feels like that enlightenment. And you have crib, birth or conception of a child, or enterprise. Could be a business, could be, again, a financial opportunity, but there is something new being brought into your energy here. Right, let's grab you some tarot. Let's see what the hell is going on for you guys here. All right, please, for my lovely Pisces, let's get one card out for their energy. Seven of Cups, feeling a bit confused here, feeling a bit lost, like there's a lot of options around you, you don't really know what to do. You have the Four of Cups too. That's a little bit of complacency here. It's like, I'm getting a sense of, how can I explain it? I by no means want to trigger anybody. So let's understand that I'm trying to understand the lesson, the message here. If it doesn't make sense to you, then it's not for you, okay? Let it be for somebody who might need to hear it. Four of Cups is feeling very bored and jaded in life. Very similar to complacency, but it's not doing anything about it. The Four of Cups in this illustration, you know, she wants to play outside, but it's raining, so she's feeling miserable about it. And instead of playing inside with what she has and having fun, she's sitting in that bad feeling and staying there. Okay. Seven of Cups as well. There's a lot of like maybe difficult emotions that you guys are dealing with at the moment, but don't stay there. I think that's why discipline is coming in, or a leg up is asking for you to maybe do something with what you've got at the moment. Okay. I feel like for some of you might be feeling quite blocked with something, because the no place like home is about being stuck inside. That doesn't have to be what you're doing, but you feel maybe stuck, but you're actually being taken away from something. And both of these cards actually are quite similar in a sense that I always see this house as being lifted and elevated out of this darkness and into the light energy. You're being removed from situations that are taking from you. Energy vampires, like that's people that just take from you. That's also from like situations that are just draining you. It's just dark energy, right? Low vibrational, even within ourselves. You're coming out of that, which is good. But maybe you're seeing it as like, oh, like now I'm stuck at home, or now I'm stuck by myself, or I don't know. Like you could be, again, it could be very similar to that despondence of, let's do something with what we've got. Right. Let me carry on with that. So Seven of Cups, you could be feeling, again, just very lost, very a bit confused at the moment. And the Seven of Cups can also be a card of illusion. So sometimes that's just like getting a little bit carried away mentally and emotionally instead of grounding. Is this actually true? Am I actually stuck? Is this actually a punishment for me of being, you know, because this is not a bad thing. The no place like home, as I said, is the universe is giving you a period of time to really reflect on yourself, to heal something, and to deal with something and to gain your energy back. And it's taking you someplace amazing. But unless you see that, then of course there's a lot more work to do. You know, it's trying to put you into a light energy. Okay, right. I'm so sorry, Pisces. Your reading is a little bit confusing for me, but I know that it will make sense for the right person. Right, let's see. There's a lesson to be learned with this situation, you know. Anyway, let's see. What's the Four of Cups here for? The Strength card. I like this illustration again, like of this card, because it's like taking the bull by the horns. It's actually about having the strength to assert yourself in something, to grab hold of something here, to take the opportunity, you know, strike while the iron is hot kind of vibes, you know. It's like getting your hands into something. And it does feel like there's something here for you to do. Don't stay complacent wishing something was different. Grab what you've got, you know, that like take a hold of something. Some of you might benefit from learning something new, or learning about your situation, or focusing in whatever way on your finances. Seven of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is actually about reaping what you've sown. So you could be really trying to think about options that are going to help you with your independence and with you feeling good about yourself financially. Maybe it's to do with your job. Maybe it's to do with, again, you just feeling very happy with what you've got around you. And that's showing me that's very different to this. Like, you know, it's almost like there's another quote I'm getting here as well. Pisces, it's almost like something about it's a quote about regret. I'm sure some of you can help me out here. It's almost like how can I do it? I'm so sorry, Pisces, in your reading. We have complacency, which is almost like coming to this point where, you know, you've not really grown anything around you. And I'm not saying you've not done anything with your life. That's not what I'm saying. It's almost like you don't want to regret not doing something. And maybe you have all these ideas, but you've never grounded them, or you've had these like, oh, one day I'm going to do this. Like, I think Libra is in my energy. I don't know who. But, you know, you might end up regretting being complacent. You might end up regretting not doing something with the time that you have in whatever the situation is. Right? Like, oh, I wish I took that as an opportunity to do this. You know, who else had this? I don't know who else had this kind of message, but it's like, I'll say what I said to them. It's almost like when you have to kind of, it feels like a step back. You know, an example I use for them, I feel like, is having to kind of get help from somebody, and it makes you feel vulnerable, makes you feel like you're not good enough, or it makes you, you know, if you go back home with your parents, for example, after something was really difficult, it feels like a setback, and you could sit there and feel like, oh, I wish I did this, or, you know, like, it sucks that I'm here again, or, you know, I feel like a failure. Like, you're dealing with emotions. Instead of looking at this as an opportunity to kind of like save money or build yourself up, I forgot who I said this to. Instead of seeing it as that, and you just sit in complacency, when you actually do rush out of that situation because of the fear of the vulnerability of it, you end up looking back like, that was a prime time to save up my money, or that was a prime time to start that business because I could. Like, whatever your situation is, again, like, take the bull by the horns. Take this as an opportunity to actually do something. I don't know what they mean. I'm gonna carry on. Something seems like a really difficult situation only because it's vulnerable and it requires either discipline or you to really address something. So instead of being up in your mind and your feelings, ground it, grab it, you know, grab what the situation is, because it can actually lead to a lot of success. Woo! Anyway, let's carry on. What's the potential? Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles, which is very similar. It just came out earlier on the bottom of the deck, so it wants to come out again. It's about focusing on your growth. The Page of Pentacles, to me, kind of represents taking the first step into something new. So whether you guys are learning about like a new industry, a new job, a new way to make money, it's about Pentacles. It could be about a new way to use your time. It could be a hobby. It's about learning, though. It's really about kind of, it's an apprentice card, and apprentices learn as they go and earn as they learn. So this does show that you are going to see rewards with what you're doing. Okay, with what you're dealing with. Again, whether it's financial, whether it's your work, or just learning something, studying something, could be very beneficial to you. The King of Wands reversed. This is interesting because it does feel like a step back, like I said to you. Like, maybe you feel like you've been demoted, or maybe you have. There is something about whatever your situation is, whatever it is to you. On the surface, it looks like a demotion. It looks like you are no longer in this position of being a leader or whatever, or feeling creative or feeling confident, like whatever it is. You feel like you've taken a step back. But in some way, like, I feel like you're dropping a responsibility, and that feels like it sucks, but actually it gives you the opportunity to have freedom. That's the vibe I'm getting, because this is a card of freedom, adventure, curiosity. The Knight of Wands is very optimistic. You have an opportunity now to kind of pursue that, to pursue something. Don't know what it means to you. So again, maybe a work situation didn't work out, or something outside your control kind of put you in a position where you feel rejected or you feel demoted. Again, I'll use that phrase. Now you get to actually go and try something new out. I don't know. It's almost like you had all these responsibilities and they might have been taken away from you, but the Knight of Wands is saying keep with the try and bring some optimism to it, because now you have some freedom. I don't know what they mean by that, but I hope that you, as someone who's going through it, may understand. And the King of Pentacles, I feel like you actually have an opportunity to get really grounded. We do have success coming up in your reading, so and we do have quite a few cards about money, and there is another warning as I'm saying that with the Four of Pentacles here. Be aware of greed. And I'm going to tell you something in a second. Okay, Spirit, hold on a second. I feel like you're going to get really grounded when it comes down to your finances, okay? Or when it comes down to your resources. I do see that there is some wealth coming your way, actually, through whatever it is that you're doing. Something is much more financially rewarding for you when you embark on it. Like, I don't know. What I was going to say, I always see the Four of Pentacles as a king, because usually in the other decks, he has a crown. And it kind of feels like a greedy king versus a king who knows that they're abundant. You know, it's like someone who's afraid to give, because if they give, then it comes from a scarcity mindset when we hold on so tightly to something because we don't believe we're actually able to have an abundance. King of Pentacles is like, yeah, I'll put this towards something. I'll invest it because I know it will come back to me. Like whatever I give to, and he's charitable, he'll give it to others because he understands that it will always come back to him. It's a difference of mindset. So for you guys, again, there could be a need to kind of come out of a scarcity mindset, all right, and to start to step into your abundance, okay? And it really does come down to what you believe you're capable of. So there's a lot of inner stuff to deal with for you guys at the moment, but it's good. You are getting it regardless. All right. What else for my lovely Pisces? Eight of Wands and the Hanged Man. Now that's your card, okay? It's about looking at a situation where you feel stuck, where you feel you're in an uncomfortable position differently, looking at it differently. He has to wait for that ice to melt before he can untie himself anyway. So within that uncomfortable situation, he's looking at life from a different perspective. And as you can see here, spring is starting to come. He's able to see that he soon will be freed from a situation. He's recognizing that something that's uncomfortable is just temporary. So that's a message for you guys to recognize that. But the Eight of Wands as well, this is about life speeding up. It could represent some good news coming away here. That's gonna, like, it's about your path speeding up here. So whatever that is to you, whether you're getting accepted to something, to move or whatever, or whether you're starting to see signs from the universe that things are really going to rapidly change for you, it does feel like good news that something is going to set you free from a situation and a feeling that you've been feeling quite drowned in. Something else I want to say with this. Usually the Eight of Wands also represents the fact that blockages have been removed and that things will be a lot more smooth running. So it feels like as you're in this Hanged Man position, you're getting that message or that confirmation from Spirit. So everything's going to be fine. All right. Again, I do see good news. And I do see that it feels like a demotion, or it feels that you lack confidence in something because something happened or whatever it is to you, but it's saying there is an opportunity here that will really be very beneficial to you if you can see it. Okay. It's like, need to have an abundant mindset is about understanding that there is always an opportunity in everything, you know, like even in your failures, can you understand that, okay, I can learn from this and I can do this instead. You know, if your mind is always on a solution and on growth, I think it's a growth mindset is what I'm trying to say, then you'll understand that you're never stuck. Sometimes you are stuck in your situation, but that could be an opportunity again to learn something or to do something else. But anyway, I hope this resonated with you in whatever way it needed to. All right. Again, if it's not your message, then let it be for somebody else, because it was quite clear for somebody. But anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you, Pisces. I wish you all the best, send you my love, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.